Emily Moore says, do you guys consider masterminds to be scammy? They blew up in my industry a few years ago and they were thousands of dollars. I haven't seen as many the last few years, but I thought they were crazy. I think they're scammy for the most part because, no matter what it is, it's hard to learn anything in a short, like 2 days, 3 days. I mean, a conference, if it's in an industry that you're in, might be good for connections, networking, but like masterminds, especially about subjects that you're not actually in yet, you're just learning them. No, I don't think it's worth it.
Do you mean like those masterminds that are like always advertised on videos with like Shonda Rhimes and I don't know, big celebs from the film industry or
Oh, you're
something?
thinking of masterclass.
Oh yeah, okay, that's
That's
different. Yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
think. That's like pre-recorded
But that's,
videos.
yeah, those are videos, and I suppose you can watch as many times as you like once you get in. But
A mastermind is
most,
like paying to get close to somebody that might be semi sort of famous. I thought like the way Heidi sells it, like, oh, we're gonna have a mastermind, and it's gonna be 30 people who are my closest devotees, and I'll be there. It's $4,000, but you get to like be in my cult basically. That's what it sounds like to me.
right? Mm, no, those are not okay.
Yeah, but I could see like maybe if it was like if you're an environmental engineer and you want to go and be in some sort of smaller group with like people who are at the high top end of that, maybe. But I just feel like it's kind of scammy on the people's part to like make that be a money thing. Like, oh, money, if you can afford enough money, then you can come and like be it like this prestigious thing. I don't know. I don't think that makes any sense.
No, and it's definitely like a way to involve you more and more in that world. And then before you know it, a year later, you've just spent like 10 grand on stuff.
I got pitched on one. Remember that guy I told you about that I had a. Or maybe I was telling someone else. I might have been telling B Haney on her channel about I hired at one point. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. I have to just be honest. I hired because I had my life coach, right, and we traded services. So she gave me life coaching and I did video production for her. And then during that time, I hired online like a video production coach, so someone who would help me learn how to run a business for video production. It was such a scam. It was $100 a month just to get him to like respond to my text basically. And then he never answered with anything that was interesting, but he pitched me on going to a mastermind for $2,000 just to go, not to stay, not the transportation. And it was going to be like in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it was going to be with me and other new people. I'm like, why do I want to meet other people who don't know how to run a business? Like, how is that going to help me? And I considered it though. I was like, well, I was working full time at the time, and I was like, well, I could afford it. Like, it's not that much. 2,000, I could justify that. Instead of going on vacation, I could like do this for my career future, whatever. And then my now fiance, my boyfriend at the time, talked me out of it. He was like, "Are you nuts?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, you're right."
You got off easy, because I just interviewed someone, and that video will come at some point, probably next week if I manage to get it out next week, on my channel. And they were in a similar situation, and they are an artist, and they wanted to start a business doing art. And basically they did B school from Marie Forleo, but also they had a
But
coach
also,
who was supposed to help them with the business of being an artist. And this coach cost her them um
go
this
on.
coach cost them, I think she said, like at least $1,000 a month. And
Yeah,
um
it's about right.
I've just given it away. It cost them I think more. I'm not sure. I'll have to review the footage, but basically it was something between like 1,000 and 1,500 a month.
Wow,
And
it's a
this
lot.
person just literally spent, I don't even know, like she said something like 20K or something like that on that coach.
Yeah.
And so I guess you got off easy with that. But that's the thing I'm trying to say. Like, it's not even that it's not even that the first thing or the first few things are expensive or whatever, because most of the times they have a free thing. They have a free newsletter or something. But it's just that they kind of get you in. For some reason, these are really well linked together, all of these things. And once you kind of start watching one of them, and let's say you like them, and most people like Marie Forleo with B School, for example, it's just like inevitable that you're not gonna also like the others because they keep on pushing them and stuff. And just somehow they manage to get people to pay, even when people don't have money, and especially when people don't have money. And it's like just enraging to me.
Well, because they promise, they hold these carrots and go, "Look, I was in your position. I didn't believe in it either, and I did it. And then now I'm famous and rich, and like I'll help you. Like you don't even have to like even do what I did. I'm gonna make it 10 times easier for you." And then it's like all like, "Oh, just believe in yourself." Like that's the whole message, because you can't force someone to be successful ever. And I
And
just
they will never like even tell people how to do anything, because then if they do, that person is not gonna buy the next thing. So it's constantly like going to be in the next thing. Like the
always,
secret is
yeah.
always in the next thing, and it's always like the next thing just never appears. What did I just see? $20,000 there.
Okay, so Emily Moore said that she was talking about Jenna Kutcher's mastermind and how it was like 30 grand or something. So I got curious and I just Googled it, and now you can go to Jenna Kutcher's mastermind for $20,000.
How did we not know this for the video on her? It's my bad because I was doing the research. Um, Jesus, that's a lot of money.
We're putting her up here with Dave and 18 stinking dollars Dave, and I'm a guru, I'm a hippie Rachel. She's moving
I
up.
wonder if anyone
Sorry.
pays that.
Yeah, I bet they do. There's got to be somebody.
But that's a lot, like that's a lot of money.
Think about like if you were
That's a deposit for a house.
Yeah, I know. But like if you okay, let's say you had money, you had 20 grand and you were going to buy a house. But someone on the internet convinced you psychologically that you don't believe in yourself unless you take a risk on yourself. And if you
I
don't
would
believe,
take the risk of buying the house.
me too. But I also was also depressed in a mindset of like, I need to get
Yeah,
out of this depression. And I was looking at Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, Rachel Hollis, all these people for inspiration to try to get me out of this hole that I felt in. And if they had told me like, look, if you could just come up with this money. And if you read freaking Jen Sincero, this is her whole book. Her whole book is about she found $80,000 and put it towards a mastermind, and that's why she's successful. That's what she attributes her success to. So if you listen to her, it's like, okay, well, I just need to take a chance on myself. That's why I'm not succeeding, because I haven't spent 80 grand yet to prove to myself that I can do this. Crazy.
That is insane. You guys, if you're depressed and you want to prove something to yourself, join our Patreons.
Yeah.
They're way cheaper.
Send us a super chat and we'll read it on.
Send us a super chat. Join our Patreon.
Six
Oh,
people.
Emily, I saw the comment about 26 people taking that. That's insanity
That's
to
crazy.
me. 26 people signed up for the mastermind.
Allegedly. So 26
That is 20K.
times 20,000. That's $500,000. 520,000.
And I want 20 patrons, and it's only $10. I can't.
You're actually saving $20,000 for listening to this Cringe-Fluencers podcast as opposed to joining Jenna Kutcher's mastermind. So
Now,
who's providing
see, the thing
value?
is, sometimes I do feel like they are a bit like the people we criticize. I sometimes do feel like they are slightly genius because they have found a way to make
survive.
it work and to make it work. But I think the problem I have with it is that they lack any sort of ethics. They would just do anything and
Yeah.
take money from anyone, whether they can afford it or not. They like Jenna will take 20 grand from, I don't know that if that person can afford to pay that.
That's a better
And I
thing, because
think,
then you can use that as your marketing. Like, this person couldn't afford it and they still did. That's how good my class is.
yeah. And it's like,
Check
it's
that.
just so sad to me. But I
I
guess
agree.
that's what it takes to make money, huh?
The less
Just
shame you
no ethics.
have, the better. Like, if you can withstand having any sort of personal crisis, like, then you're good. Because I feel like Rachel Hollis like should have left so much longer ago, but she still remains because she's got no shame. And same with Heidi, and same with all of them. They just have like no shame, and if you don't care what people say about you, then you're good. That's the key to success.
Yeah. And somebody is saying, the undercover Misha says, Cam, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I'm not manifesting right. Like, I need a coach.
I
I need
know.
I need a manifesting. Natasha,
I was gonna
call
say
me.
Natasha's available. I think she's got
Natasha, yeah,
time.
she's wide available. Anything you'd like, she can provide.
God. Okay, so this is from Emily. Emily is the goat of this podcast at the end, or podcast, this stream. This is from her. She sent me the link on Instagram. It's from 2018, what Jenna Kutcher's mastermind is really like. So this is a fairly large group. So these people either paid 20 grand up front or are paying $2,000 for a year for 12 months, which is obviously $24,000. So if you can't pay like a deposit or upfront fee, you have to pay 4 grand more to join. Okay. So it looks very diverse. Just kidding. Very diverse group of white women.
Yeah,
Very on brand for Jenna. Okay.
pretty much like Jenna's Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she said it kind of worked.
Yeah, I
Maybe?
will admit, you guys, I do not wake up at 4 a.m.
No. I agree. Okay. She's saying that online courses worked for a while, but she wanted something else. She did Amy Porterfield's calligraphy summit and did Jenna Kutcher's. This girl must have a lot of money to spend.
Calligraphy summit?
Yeah, it says
What?
the Modern
Sorry,
Calligraphy
they learn
Summit.
how to
Oh, I guess
to
that's
write?
different. I don't know. Well, I guess this person's got some sort of like business related to that. I don't know. Okay, I remember having a fight with my family. Okay, this is always a red flag. I remember having a fight with my family, trying to get them all to chip in to send me to Truvial during one particular tight time, telling them it would have great ROI because I'd make great friends and the other gals there, and then they'd all hire me and then I could totally pay them back. Oh me, I have to laugh at myself. Less than a year later, I was invited to speak there, which was kind of surreal. And there must be some cosmic lesson there that I don't have time to parse out yet. Okay, I can't tell. She went to Jenna's mastermind in 2015. She met Jenna in 2015 at Bani Bakhtari's Illume retreat. Okay, so this person met Jenna at a different retreat. I started the week with no clue who Jenna was and left it feeling really intrigued by this warm human being. That was pretty much it for our interactions for a while. Shortly after Illume, Jenna launched the Photo Lab, which was an incredible experience that laid the foundation for marketing I still do today. She was sweet enough to reach back out to me a few times via Facebook Messenger, but I really figured that was it. She is a busy gal, and I'm just a tiny pipsqueak in my little corner over there. What I love so much about her is that she didn't give up. She kept me and the conversation we had at Illume in mind, and she reached back out with me about her mastermind at the worst possible Of course, she's trying to sell you $20,000. It's in her best interest to keep you in mind.
Yeah.
Okay, she has no idea of this, and I'm glad. Okay, I made some changes. I feel bad for this woman.
No idea of what? She has no idea of what?
Huh?
You just read that she has no idea of what. What does she mean?
Oh, that she was in a really bad position at the time when she spent 20 grand on Jenna's thing, maybe.
I don't know what that means, a bad position, because if you can afford 20 grand,
Maybe she couldn't.
you're
Maybe
in a better
maybe she
position
took out
than
a
me.
loan. Maybe she took out a loan or something.
No.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Let's read. Let's read on.
Guys, oh
Let's
my
read on.
God.
Okay. Let's see. We're back to Jenna Kutcher from last week. We're re-upping our investigation into her right now.
We'll take this segment out and put it as a separate thing talking about the retreat.
Good idea. We'll add that. Yeah, we were doing our highlights, which I think I've been doing fairly well. So we'll keep doing it. Okay. All right. I made some changes in 2017 that put me in a spot with my business I wasn't happy about. I had been following too many people for too long and tried too many different things. My audience was so confused. As a result, by August last year, I was desperate to regain any sense of traction and forward momentum. I hired many not cheap contractors, like several thousands each, to help me grow. And it was just at this time, after I'd made some really scary investments, that Jenna reached out with the opportunity to join her mastermind. Guys, I was so freaking scared for 4 reasons. Number 1, dude, this is Jenna Kutcher. The contract shop is not as successful as her business. I guess that's her business. The contract shop is not as successful as her business. How could I ever live up to her shop? She would see the inside of my business. Could I ever live up to her expectations? 2, holy stromboli, how was I going to afford this? I was still in a very high-priced mastermind that I wasn't getting much out of, and now I was going to layer another one on top. After I had just made all those scary investments, they, the collective internet, they told me to make to get to the next level. 3, what if I was disappointed? I invested in influencers before and felt like their offerings fell flat. Would I have had unrealistic expectations? Would I get everything I invested back out of it? And 4, some of the stuff she mentioned we'd be learning about was stuff I had already going on in my business, like building a team. Would I be too advanced and feel held back? Okay. All right, how these things turned out one by one. I still don't think Jenna has expectations of me as long as I'm living my mission by supporting others and impacting as many people in a positive way. In fact, before her mastermind, I had gotten so singularly focused on creating products that sold that I forgot about my mission and forgot about how I might be impacting someone's life. So thankful for her ability not to judge where I was at and seamlessly blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's in her best interest not to piss you off. Number 2, I did have to cut back. I wish I could have some ethereal law of attraction chick who is like, OMG, I needed $1,000. And guess what? I magically got $1,000 check from the IRS for my tax refund. But that didn't happen. I had to make some cuts, which included team members. Okay, so she fired people, probably. Marketing expenses and launch tools, which was extra scary as I made these cuts going into Black Friday. So far, though, it's turned out for the best. Okay, what's the polar opposite of disappointed? That's what I am. I'll explain more below in the retreat experience. Okay, whatever. She went to Waco. This is a lot to read. My God. Oh, they're all laughing hysterically.
Oh, man. I cannot believe this.
So I guess she was happy about it, I suppose. I don't know. Jenna's
this is
mom
shocking
was
that
there?
she's even.
God. Okay.
Sorry. I think there's a delay again. This is shocking that she feels like. Okay. So first of all, she's the one paying like so much money to go to this mastermind, and she feels like, oh my God, Jenna is just giving me an opportunity, and I don't want to like disappoint Jenna, and I'm so glad she doesn't have these expectations from me. It's like. What? No, she doesn't care. She just wants people to pay.
Because it's the parasocial relationship. Because I don't know about Jenna necessarily compared to others, but like if you were to, like Heidi's like, I love you guys. You guys are my best friends. Come be my friend in Arizona. Like, I don't know if Jenna's saying that, like, come be my friend. I'll coach you. I'll help you grow. And it's like, oh, I know she knows me. She's talking to me. This is someone I can trust. And Jenna, in reality, has no idea who you are or care. All she cares about is you got 20 grand in your hand to give to her.
Wow. Yeah.
These people are
It's
not your
insanity.
friends. Yeah.
No, and they
Sad.
don't care. That's why she's not disappointed because she doesn't care. Because as long as you're fine, as you're not fine, sorry, as you're not like constantly doubting yourself, then she can continue to sell you these things.
Yeah. And I see Emily said Black Friday weekend 2020, she claims she made over $90,000. That's the person who wrote the blog, I guess, about this. However, you got to think about it. Like, that's amazing, 90,000, but if you spent 20,000 on Jenna's retreat, okay, now you're at 70,000. She's already in another mastermind. She said she spent thousands of dollars on like employees and stuff. I want to know how much profit you're actually making, because it
But
doesn't
that's
seem
like
good.
90 grand in on Black Friday in one weekend.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty
insanity.
good. I don't know what she makes or what she
What does
does.
she do?
The
Work on the
con
Magnolia silos. What is that?
I think that's from where the I think that's like in Waco, Texas.
Oh man.
So she's makes like legal templates or something. Okay, good. Oh God, $700. Jeez. Well, maybe this is good. I don't know. This is like a regular person. I shouldn't snark on her too much, but oh, contracts for calligraphers, coaches and consultants, entrepreneurs, graphic and web designers, photographers, wedding professionals. So, okay, is she a lawyer? I guess I'm assuming. Hope so.
Yeah, legal templates.
That's kind of
Interesting.
cool, I guess. I feel bad that she had
Yeah.
to go through all that stuff though to
Mm-hmm.
make it successful. But whatever, if it works for you, it works for you. That's good.
Yeah, I guess, as long as you take something from it, it's not completely lost. But still, it's just,
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like these retreats never really provide the value that they
I don't think so.
charge.
I agree. And she's got a YouTube presence, but not much traction. But who knows? I don't know. Seems like a lot. 20 grand's a lot for a hope and a wish and a dream.
Well, hopes are, important.
Hopes and dreams.
I still have some hope.
Hoping and a wishing and a praying
Yeah.
and
Oh,
a
did you see
hoping.
this comment?
Owner of Magnolia? But I know Magnolia
No,
what?
from Scout Hunter Spaceman. Say hey. K Rach H recently noted that she says, but also too frequently, who's been watching.
Oh, she said, yeah, she says also. And she also says, what else did she say in that? She says so too much. Which I also say
Um,
so too much too.
yeah, but she might have been watching us.
Yeah, she's not. Well, she definitely saw something I did because she blocked me. So someone saw something.
Yeah, no, her team. It's not her fault.
She owns this place, Magnolia Silo. She owns like a bakery, Jenna Kutcher.
Really? No way.
That's what Cat Sam says. Is that what you're saying? Cat L Sam? Cattle Sam?
No way. No, I don't think so. Cause she would. No, she would advertise the hell out of that.
Everyone lives
You
in
don't
Texas,
think?
apparently. Oh, Joanna Gaines store in Texas. Okay, because they're from Waco. Okay, I knew that. That's the couple that makes the renovations or whatever.
Oh, that's something I would like to do. That's my dream business.
Renovate houses?
Yeah, like really old traditional stuff.
Ah, like this old house from PBS.
Yeah, except I don't know how to do anything. So I would just need
I
to
have
like
I have the
hire
perfect
people
thing
for
for
everything.
you. The perfect thing for you. I'm starting a mastermind. It's called Learn How to Renovate Your House. It's only $20,000 up front or
Only?
a hundred
Oh my
thousand
God.
per month. I'll teach you
Yeah.
everything.
No, it's okay. Can I speak on stage as an expert?
Yeah, that's fine. I have there's
Great.
no restrictions at all.
Yeah, and you have no expectations from me because I don't want to disappoint you.
Okay. Good. I'm glad.